whatever that means.
Okay.
Dead noise. Hey, now I see it. I don't know where we are in this stream. There's a lot of looping.
Yep. Sorry.
Are you listening to it right now?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
checking
I'm
myself.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Is it
So, whatever.
Is it good?
It's live. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of loops right now.
Hopefully, if you have it, if you're listening to it at all, Glenn, it will loop a million times. So just
Yeah,
turn
no,
right
I turned it
off.
off already, but I still
Okay.
hear it.
Just
I don't know who
making
that
sure.
is. I don't know who that is. I'm still hearing myself. I'm going insane.
There's a million loops.
That's not. Is that me?
That should stop.
All
God,
of
I
them.
hope so.
If you have Twitch running at all, Glenn, turn it the fuck off.
It's off.
Good.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, like make sure it's off, because if you have it like,
Yeah, it's off.
because XSplit will pick up that shit, like roll with it.
Awesome.
I think
Well,
I can listen to it though. So
okay, mine is. It's off, so it should be. It should have stopped by now.
It's off. I had 2 windows open. So I'm the fool. I had
Awesome.
2
it
windows
sounds fine.
open.
It sounds fine to me.
I'm sorry if anyone was like, what are they saying? It probably was never looping.
We'll just cut this in the video.
Perfect.
Well-
Hey everyone, welcome to Northern Pixels. I'm the
Yeah.
radio host Charles Jones, who doesn't sound like a human but more a robot.
Or yeah, or television host.
And I am the co-host.
God,
I
fuck.
am co-hosting
sweet.
Shut up.
Riggs and the game player of Glen. Glen, what are we playing today?
Oh, we're playing Ronin.
Boom, we're playing Ronin.
Playing Ronin. I've never played this yet. I bought this game for a while.
That makes it exciting. It's a new experience. for
Something
all
is
of
still looping. I'm going insane.
No, nothing's looping. Shut up.
Oh shit! I got caught, man.
us. You're gonna be okay?
I'm going nuts. 1 second. Oh, something's looping. I swear to God. Okay.
Nothing is looping. I was just listening to it. Calm down. I'll listen to it again. I'll mute this shit. And I'll just listen to the stream. I won't talk. Charles, entertain people with your robot shit.
Hey everyone. Now, if you're listening
Huh?
to this live, which, to be honest,
How do
no
I kill
one
him?
really is, the news was just out and everyone's gonna talk about it. So obviously we want to talk about it because it's what you do. You know, you talk about it. You don't know how we think, so it's going to
Alright.
be a different conversation. But Final Fantasy VII, the sweet HD remake everyone was jazzed for, is possibly episodic.
Is it really?
And see, this is what I think. I believe that it's not episodic, and words
Yeah,
were purposely said because everyone is talking about it.
I think
Before
it would.
people were like, "This is a cool trailer," and now it's like, "Oh, episodic." Everyone is going to talk about it, negative or positive.
Yeah,
So
it's,
they got so much publicity, and they got the Smash Brothers, friggin'. They got him in Smash. They got Cloud. So, like,
yeah, that's right.
Cloud
Cloud's gonna be in Smash.
everywhere.
So then Cloud's gonna be in Smash, and people are. So I was thinking, what's it? I kept hearing that they're gonna show up, or Cloud is gonna have an amiibo. Because
I mean,
you know,
probably because there's one for like Roy, and there's one for. Man, amiibos are way easier to get now. I walked into a Toys R Us today, just because I was at the mall with my wife and my friends. You know, because I'm 16, and
wait, what were we getting at Toys R Us?
we were just walking around, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go into the game section because that's me." Because we were in the mall,
You're
and
an
I
adult.
just wanted to look there, But it's like these amiibos that I'm like, "Oh, I wanted this one, but I didn't order it when they first released, and I probably won't get it." But there was like Baby Bowser, and there was all the Inklings, and there was like all this stuff, and it's like, man, I wanted these. I mean, I don't care anymore, and maybe no one else cares, or maybe Nintendo's like, "Hey, we gotta get." More for the demand or something. I don't really know, but yeah, if there's a Cloud amiibo, I mean, I'm not a huge Final Fantasy VII fan. I'm more of a Final Fantasy VIII fan, but that'd be pretty dope. Wait, so you jump, freeze, and hook?
Oh my God!
I don't know how this game works, but it's very neat looking.
I'm trying to catch this motherfucker because
It looks kind of like Mark of the Ninja
Yeah, but it's
with
just
the way that you're like connecting things. But it seems like because it's turn-based, that's really weird.
yeah.
Is it turn-based? Oh, it is, eh? That's pretty neat. I'm always down for people trying out new genre mixing and stuff because I think it's cool than just another generic thing.
Yeah,
Like,
I
in
like
that
Undertale.
way, Undertale is like it's a RPG slash what was it called? Shmup up? Shmo up? I don't
Shmup,
know what it's called.
shmup, shoot 'em up.
Yeah. Mixed with that, mixed with sort of dating sim, I guess. But like I like when they do that because I think that's really interesting.
I don't understand Undertale.
I don't either, but I think it's a game you gotta like play.
I've-
It's also, as far as I know, it's got a bit of that like Five Nights at Freddy kind of community building, where it's like there's like a story in it, but there's also like hidden stuff because I mean I don't want to spoil it. I don't. Are you gonna play it?
No. Yeah, I want to know what the hell those memes fucking mean.
It's got stuff where you gotta like it crashes the game and you gotta like go into the code and type in new code to do stuff.
Sorry, that was awesome. 1
But it's
second.
got stuff like that, but there's a bunch of characters and stuff that aren't in the game that you can like put back into with the code, and there's like a hidden story and stuff.
Wait,
but
what kind?
people
What do you
don't
mean
know.
code? Like in the little code of the game?
Yeah, you actually have to like exit the game and open it up in Source or something and like type the code in and change it and stuff. For like, I don't, because people are like, is this coming to
fucked up.
consoles? And they're like, I don't think it can because, well, spoilers. Sorry to anyone who want to play Undertale. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's right. People are listening. But
I feel,
I don't
I'm sorry.
care. I like. Apparently, like the characters are. I like the
It's
fights.
like Earthbound. It's like good humor like that, where it's not just like I'm a meme spouter. It's a kind of like cheesy, talkative Paper Mario kind of Earthbound.
I guess.
The charm is there.
The fight
For
was
sure.
awesome. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, let's go kill this guy.
I don't really know much about Undertale, but I've heard that it takes a couple hours to get into.
I heard it's only like 8 hours to beat it, but you can
I've
like
heard
play
it
it
takes-
a few times.
I've heard it takes a couple hours to get into. Whoa, sorry.
Can you mute that, please?
Yeah, I'm going to.
So, anyways, Final
Clean!
Fantasy VII.
Like Stone Cold Steve Austin says, if my phone rings, I owe somebody something.
I've never heard him say that.
Stone Cold Steve Austin says if his phone goes off, then he owes people a beer. If you ever meet him. So I guess I'll.
Oh, really?
I'll do that.
So, what are you gonna do if anyone, if your phone
I'll
goes off
give-
during a stream?
I'll give you a sloppy BJ.
I don't. Come
What
on.
if I don't drink beer? What
What
would Steve?
happened to this? Holy smokes! When Riggs is not the gamer, he is the co-host from hell.
The co-host from hell. Wait, back
It's
to
it's really actually quite fun when I'm not playing the game.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dude,
So I don't ever want to stream because I'm bad at them.
I'm way more like chill.
But Riggs, why do you think Final Fantasy VII is episodic?
I don't know why it's episodic, but I don't really like the idea.
Are you gonna be like a whiny little baby man? So if it does come
I
out
don't
all
have-
episodic, but you still play it?
Is it weird that it's called a limit break? The skills. If you go to skills, Glen,
Wait, where? Sorry.
go to the skills menu.
Where?
There's an item, a skill called limit break,
Unarmed attack.
and you were sitting on it while we were talking about Final
Oh,
Fantasy.
I wasn't even.
thought
Oh, there it
That
is.
was-
Before
yeah,
the
I
actions
thought it was
entering.
really cool.
that's
Anyway,
fine. I didn't even.
Um,
I didn't even notice that.
I
Okay.
think like episodic is like a really bad way to go for a game that just felt enormous.
For like a JRPG?
yeah,
even?
like I don't know if it's bad for JRPG. I'm not gonna go that far. I think it could be really good for JRPG, but a game that we experienced like way back in the day is this.
But you can
big
still
epic thing.
experience it that way, right? Like
Yeah.
nothing's stopping you from getting the old. Like they put it on. Nothing's stopping you from getting Final
So I-
Fantasy VII. And
So I was sitting there and thinking about this while we were setting up for the show, and the only way I could think it would work is if they just split up the different like acts of the story into different episodes, but they keep it, like as a whole package in the end. Like if it's like disc 1, 2, and 3, basically.
Mhm.
Even if they made it like 6 parts, but they split it up into like logical spots. But the game, because what scares me the most is it says each part will have a unique experience. So I'm like,
it's not
oh,
just
it's
gonna
just
be
it's
fighting.
just gonna be like a fractured thing.
Mm-hmm.
and not like a cohesive experience, which that scares me.
Because I feel like if it were just like you won't have to like if it's just doing it episodically where it's like it's just story, it's more story focused. Does that mean you don't really level up, or is it like every chapter has a level cap? Or I feel like it makes sense because they don't have to make a huge open world
But I
because
see that's where I'd be disappointed.
that is where you'd be disappointed. But you have Final Fantasy, you have it in 7, and if you want a big crisp open world, they're gonna have 15.
Sure.
Right?
So what's the point? Don't make
It's
it then.
just that makes sense, but they're
Yeah.
probably doing it just so
Bad
it's
idea.
like
Then they ruin the brand.
well they
Bad
already
idea.
ruined it.
Bad idea. Unless they make a fucking big ass epic game, they ruin the brand. They just shouldn't do it. Like,
Yeah.
that's my opinion. Like,
Well, they
it's not.
probably already got set on it. They're probably not going to change. Like, do you think there'd be any chance of them being
Correct.
like,
Well, they can't.
because of the negative attitude, we're going to?
Like, yes, because they have a precedent of doing that. They made a bad game and they remade it.
Which one was that?
Final Fantasy 14.
Which one was 14? Oh, the
The
online
online
one?
one. It was
Well,
bad.
also, didn't they make the they're making another demo for 15? Like, they
I
really
didn't know
want
that.
people to like it.
So like by making, like, first of all, not for nothing, but putting fucking Nomura in charge of the game is a bad idea. But
Yep, 100%.
but like
Is he
if they're
making
not,
the
if they're,
Kingdom
if they're
Hearts
not,
right now?
yeah. And if they're not gonna make like a big RPG, like what's the point? Like why do it? Like I'm not saying make the same game, make a new RPG, but make it the same fucking scope that people remember. Don't make a smaller scale thing. Like
Mhm.
I'm assuming it's a smaller scale thing only because that's just what I
Expect an
imagine.
episodic.
And when it says like a different experience each, like if it's just gonna be like, oh, it's different areas of the world, like okay,
That's what I'm
fine.
thinking. It's going to be like they're not when you're going in the open world and you can fight around. I doubt they're gonna do that. I bet it's gonna be like the first. There'll probably be like a free demo, maybe a taste chapter. That's that first, the one they already kind of showed, and then from then on, it'll be like maybe the whole
That was
Midgar
a dumb
is
move.
a chapter or a season. I don't know, and then it would be the next town, Juno, and then it would be this, and like it won't be like I think it's just so they can skip building the big open world.
I think that's a terrible
Fuck
idea,
was it?
and I don't think it's like a terrible idea from a fan perspective because I don't really have the attachment to Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, same.
But like, it's a bad idea from a like more of like a marketing perspective. Like, no, like what the game is so legendary
Hmm.
that to
Give it less than it.
than it deserves is just a waste of everybody's time and money, and it's a waste of their money because all it's going to do is damage the Final Fantasy brand. It's going to damage the Square
Which,
brand.
but isn't that already isn't like Square and RPGs from them in a big tuffle? Aren't a lot of people upset with them?
Absolutely not. I don't think so because they made like Bravely Default, which was like a hugely like
Yeah, but
successful
when they
game.
made Bravely Default, they're like, we thought that was gonna bomb, but I guess people like that stuff. And they're like, yep, and like, well, our next Final Fantasy is big open world action adventure. It's like, that's not.
But the next Final Fantasy looks really interesting. I'm really not like
I'm less interested, but the people who like
Final Fantasy type.
RPGs aren't.
I think there's a difference between making a JRPG and making a turn-based game.
Mm-hmm.
Just because a game is not turn-based doesn't make it not a JRPG.
Yeah.
Bravely Default was a turn-based game, but they still did some unique stuff. I think Final Fantasy 15 is still pretty much a turn-based game. It's really not that real time if you've played it.
Which one?
15.
I haven't, because you delete the demo every time I come over.
Well, get it yourself. The
Well, I'm not gonna.
Final Fantasy 15 is not like fully real time. It's not like you're hacking and slashing, right? So,
Mhm.
I definitely think like they still have chops. Like the Final Fantasy Typo is a really interesting game.
I would have loved to play it on the Vita.
So I don't know. Like they can totally make a really great game, really great JRPG. They make Dragon Quest. They, you know, it just what I don't want to see, like I would love to play Final Fantasy VII again, but with like an updated combat system, an updated RPG system, but don't like ruin my memory of it because I have
Yeah.
like
Well,
I
you're
have
not
very-
ruining your memory. Like that's the thing where it's like if
You
this
can-
game
you
is if this Final Fantasy VII was it's like oh it ruined it. It's like well you still have the original 7. You can still
No,
go back and
yes.
play that.
But I think you're missing. My point is not like don't change anything. My point is don't
Bastardize.
don't change the legacy because like
Because it's dealing with the source material you're kind
yeah
of.
yeah it's like I don't care if you change the story, and as long as it's interesting, like just do interesting things, but don't like the problem with the format change in its entirety, like really just fucking with everything and just being like, we're going to distribute it differently, like, and we're going to split it up in a weird way. Like the one thing that a lot of people remember about that game is that it was a big it was the first big sprawling like RPG. That was like, that's the legacy. So why not do it again for the next generation? Nobody's making those games.
Yeah.
So why even make this game? Like, I just don't understand. Like, making a pretty like Advent Children version of that world for what? Just because people ask for it? That's
People,
like,
yeah, people get asking for it.
but but if
And
this is
money.
if this is their answer, I think it's the wrong answer. Like, when I saw that trailer, I got super fucking stoked.
I was stoked.
Now I'm not, because now
Oh, I'm the
worried
opposite. I didn't give a shit about the thing.
Hold on, I have a question though. Like,
Hmm.
are you going? So is this going to be a thing where it's like, if it comes out episodically, people are going to like boycott it? Because I feel, if like I've never played an episodic game.
Now I will probably wait. I would have
Until it's out.
probably, like, again, I'm not like a huge fan, but I was super stoked. But I would probably just wait until it's out and people just talk about it. Like, I was probably gonna buy it like day one.
Because
Because it was super interesting.
Because even like if it was a full JRPG big open world thing like that, I'd be like, yeah, I'm probably gonna buy it when it comes out. But I feel like episodically, I feel like to me it would just be because again I'm not like super attached to the series or whatever, that it would be like I would play it on the fact that it looks cool, like it's a not just like graphically, but I mean like it's a cool world and like the characters are interesting.
The character design
like,
look
even if it's just, yeah, Barrett looks dope.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like snippet stories, it's like, well, I know the main story, and it's like it just looks like a cool. It's kind of like it's not the same game, but you're like jumping into the same world and just doing like the main event things. I think I'd be all right with that, but I can see because I think this bothers diehards and not diehard one fans. Like, I don't know how to say it. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I think it's stupid, but I'm still gonna buy it. Like, I don't have enough of an interest in it. Like, I want to play it either or, but I can see that it's like everyone was like, oh my god, they're redoing it. And it's like, no, we're just doing like the main little story bits or something, and maybe a chocobo racing mini game or something. Then it's like,
here's like their biggest problem, and like what I think is like the worst mistake they made. If this is the format they're gonna go with, they called it Final Fantasy VII Remake.
yeah,
It's
why not like?
It's not Final Fantasy
no,
VII. It's not like Final Fantasy VII story mode. Like,
to be fair, I think they said when they first said it that it's not going to be called that.
it doesn't matter. But
They're
too late.
promoting it as
Way too late for that. Like, whether they call it that or not, that's now how it's known. Like, this game will have some fucking stupid like subtitle, and no one will care because it's called Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Legendary, because they keep saying legend in this. A legend reborn, a legend retold,
And if they're
legendary.
saying,
It's gonna be like Final Fantasy VII Legends.
I think that's like the big problem that I have with if it's episodic. It's just they're making it as like, okay, this is like the version that you're gonna want to see. Like, but but right now it's like, I don't want to see an episodic version unless, like I was saying before, unless it's just like it gates parts of the world based on the episode.
That's what I'm thinking
Like,
we'll do.
Because if it's that, like if it's like, okay, you have all of Midgar for episode 1, but it's still open. And then when you add episode 2, it opens up, okay, now you have all of like Cosmo Canyon area. And
Because
like
if they make the game full proper, but they just take out that you can run from Midgar to Junon Harbor or whatever. Like if they take out that, I think that's fine, isn't it? Or no?
See, but I don't really want that. I'd rather not have that. I'd rather have
the full game.
I'd rather have the full game. But like if they release it, like part of my I just played this game recently for the first time, right? So
He played it for the show Northern
yeah,
Pictures.
I only had really done like the Midgar stuff. That's the only thing I remember. So like having the fact that I played it recently, it's super fresh on my mind. And some of the best parts were some of the just like in between moments, the like exploring, the like awe of like getting out of this like dingy fucking city, and now suddenly you're in this big world, and you're like, what the fuck can I can do anything now? Like, there's so much more to see than I thought there was, and like that's part of the experience.
Do you think like, what if it's like, because Final Fantasy 15 is going to be that, right? It's going to be big open world. You can drive a fucking Mercedes Benz, all around this giant world that they're like, we don't want to, because I think they're making it on that engine. I don't know if that was.
No, they're not at all.
They're not.
It's Unreal Engine.
Yeah, it's pretty red.
It's not. It's not their.
But what if it's like they don't want to make two of the same game? Like, what if it's like, if you want
No,
the
it
big
doesn't-
open,
it-
beautiful world, you've got 15. Not like obviously not to like the fans, but like to them as a business, they're like, we're not gonna make two giant ones and then compete, and then 15 is gonna bomb because no one's gonna buy it. Everyone's gonna buy 17.
Something I will say is like, they did that with 13, and that blew up in their fucking face.
When they did like 3
There's
games.
no like open world in 15 or 13. Sorry, it's just it's like a fucking Call of Duty game. It's just like a canned like action sequences, which right now from that trailer, now that it's like I know it's like episodic, maybe it doesn't have a big open world or whatever. Now I feel like that's just what 7's gonna be. 7's gonna be 13 with 7.
I thought it's gonna.
Like,
it looks like
that's just what it.
to me. It looks like 15 with 7. 15 is the one of the boy bands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like it's gonna be 15 with 7.
But it doesn't, because where was the open world? The combat looked.
He's got a point that it seems like it's more going to be just like it. To me, it seems like it could be like Order 1888 or whatever, where it's just like you can run from A to B. Maybe there's a few battles. Story. Walk here, A to B, battle, story. Like I know that
it looks like Uncharted, which they just for a little bit of history, the director and the company modeled 13 off of Call of Duty because that was hot at the time. So the reason why that game is so linear is for that reason. They made it more of like an action movie. They did that on purpose. That's what this looks like to me. If there's no like open world, and I just don't like that. That just sounds like the worst to me. Like I find 13 like insufferable. I know some people really like it, but like I hate all the characters. I hate like a lot of it.
13 or whatever.
13. The characters, some of them are okay, and like
Did 13 do well in Japan?
I don't know.
Because I know it didn't do super hot over here, but I wonder if it's
It
like
gained an audience though here. Like
yeah.
like you know we have some friends that like are really into it, but I just think like the characters, some of the characters are okay. Actually, overall story seemed really interesting, but I just didn't want to play it. I was so bored. Like one of the reasons, like one of the things about like a role playing game is that you have a bit of choice, a bit of freedom, stuff to do, and I feel like I don't
like too much though. Like I feel like that's
no, like I think JRPGs have a really good balance.
Because I've played, as you know, I've played a ton of JRPG, like PS1 classic JRPGs, and the thing I like is that yeah, they're open a bit. Like when it's like, hey, we have to go over here. It's like, well, I don't have to. I can go over here. I can go here. But it's never like, I don't like it where it's like, we need you to go to this. I like when it breaks reality a bit, and it's like, we need you to go to this town in the next hour or something. The bomb blow up, and then it's like for 6 hours you're like playing other things, like you're going around the other world, and then you come back. It's like you made it just in time. Like I don't like it when it's like you have options, but you got to make the right one, or it changes everything. I don't like that. I'm more of a linear person.
But
That's why I never like Mass Effect and stuff. Like I feel like I would probably be into that, but there's too much options. Even though I know they funnel down games like that, it doesn't funnel to like 80 different endings. They funnel to like.
So the difference of what you're talking about versus like what I'm talking about, if you're talking about freedom and story, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm talking about freedom
in the world
and interaction.
Okay.
Like I don't want to go and do the story right now. I want to go explore the world over here. So I'm gonna go kill some dragons and oh shit! Like I just found a chocobo farm. Now I just learned about fucking chocobo riding, and now I can go and fucking get some chocobos. And this is a whole side thing that I stumbled upon because I had never really played the game.
You didn't even get the chocobo summon, so.
I didn't because I didn't know it was there, but I missed it. But I could have got it.
Yeah,
but like I would never have even gone there had it been like guiding me in some direction, or maybe that won't even be an option. Like if that's not an option, like there's so many like things that could be missing from like the experience that made that game so special in the first place. Because let me tell you something, that story is dog shit.
What story?
Final Fantasy VII is not a good game from the story perspective.
Well, haven't you seen a completionist talk about it's about identity or something?
Sure, it's great from the character's perspective, but the
story
narrative is not good. The characters are good, which is like if you don't have like little moments, like if you don't go on a date with one of the characters in the Golden Saucer, you're gonna miss out on little
fabricated sort of thing.
Exactly, it's gonna be super like phony feeling. that's like where I feel like that legacy. One of the reasons why that game was so special at the time was because like no one was doing that in fiction at all. Never mind in games, and especially not in games.
Isn't that also like the fact that like the medium is, it's like with video games, it's not I'm the bad guy, I'm the hero. There's this story where like in games it can be like kind of figure out your own characters and like find out these neat little things about them. Like about the Xenoblade game that just came out, what I know is it's like there's a main story and you kind of get like the main story, but you can do these things called infinity missions, which essentially build the characters
Oh,
up.
that was a bad idea. Correct.
Right? Where it's like kind of, if you want more character stuff and there's good character stuff, play these side missions. You don't have to really play them. And if you do the story without playing them, it doesn't change the story. It changes your opinion on characters and stuff. Where it's like, that's a medium you can do in a game, right? Where you can't do that. Because you can't shape your experience. It's like, hey, I really like this character. I want to know more. Oh, I don't care about that character. I'm not going to bother with that. Right? You
just to
shape
answer
your own stories.
Whoa, Mike
Just to answer.
Whoa, Riggs, calm
Yo,
down.
Mike.
Final Fantasy VII is not fairly linear until the Northern Creator. Final Fantasy VII opens up as soon as you walk into Midgar. You can do a whole bunch of shit.
Oh, shots fired in the chat.
I did this like recently, and totally it's not like, oh, there's like a million options and I can totally change the world. It's just, it goes from being a completely linear story to, oh, there's this like kind of world I can run around and do some exploring and kind of learn some more about the world and the people that inhabit it.
But you can really only do like,
there's not a million things you can do, but there's still some freedom. So we were talking about when we were talking about like kind of like it's like sort of guided freedom, but it's still freedom. Like I could have went back into Midgar and fucked around there too if I wanted. And actually, I don't think I could have done that at that point. I can't remember, but like you get my point though. Like it's not necessarily like, I just don't know if like the Uncharted model is like good for Final Fantasy. I just don't think it.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Like a linear, like highly scripted story, or like gameplay.
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah.
The story itself, I don't even care about. It's not good anyway.
Well, that's the thing. Like if it's a cool world to be in.
I might fuck this meeting out of here.
Yeah, it's a cool world to be in. So like, don't like let us be in like a fucking highly
cool world, yeah.
Like highly 3D, like super fucking cool Unreal Engine version of it. I don't know. Like, and we also don't know shit. Like this is all speculation. That's like if they do go the route I'm hoping they don't. Like that's like the downside to me. On the other side though, if you want to get like real positive.
Yeah, sure, I'd love to.
If they do it episodic the way I'm imagining they could, it could actually be like revolutionary, because they could have this huge game that's like built. They could have this huge game that's
Glen.
built on over years, right? So it's like they put it Midgar like in like 2 years, say, right?
But sorry, go.
You could have like. You could have it in like 2 years. It comes out and you have Midgar, and it's like you do the whole story section. And it's like this really cool like first impression, right? And then they add on like, okay, now like the part 2 is like Cosmo Canyon and like the Golden Saucer.
This is with the theory that
or Shin,
episodic, right?
Yeah. Sorry, what?
This is with the
Yeah,
theory.
that's what I'm saying. If it's episodic, but it's like it just like adds on access to like more of the world over time. Then like the next year or the next in like 6 months or something, they add on like the next part and then the next part, and then by the end of it you have the whole world. But it's like growing it over time, almost like the way like Nintendo rolled out like Splatoon stuff, but like on a much grander scale.
See, the thing I think if they were to do something like that, it wouldn't be Midgar's episode 1. It'd be Midgar's season 1, and it's 6 episodes. Because if they're gonna make money off it, when they do it more like that, so like in the end the game costs like 120, but you don't notice it because it's been years in between, and it's not that bad of a problem because if it's like years in between, because it is developing it and stuff. But
Yeah,
the thing that makes me think they're not going to do that is how, like I know what they showed was probably, I don't know how game design works, but it seems like they had a lot for a game that was announced.
Let's put it this way: Final Fantasy 15. They showed gameplay footage of like fucking like 6 years ago.
Yeah, I know they did on the PS3 or whatever.
So like, don't even take that. Could just be when we first made like the fucking first demo for Fortified. It was all just hacked up. Like all the UI and everything wasn't working.
Well, like I noticed.
It's not hard to like make it look like a game.
I know there's certain things on it where it's like when the explosion went off, lightings didn't work properly. That because I'm starting to learn, how games are made. But I mean, so like,
Okay, there's
yeah,
a bug in here.
that could be just like fudged up for what they need. But couldn't it also just be like that's chapter prologue and just put that out and sell it for $15?
It could, and I hope it's not, because the reason that I say that is just because like, again, the scope would not be there because there's no way they developed the foundation.
Well, like the voice acting was clearly like just thrown in, like because their lips,
Yeah.
like they would like sync up the lips and stuff because it's
That's what they.
complicated.
That's what they do actually.
Yeah, they've got the money for it. But this one, you could tell they just threw pre-recordings in. Like even for the demo of 15, they admitted that they just kind of, put temp voices and some characters they didn't like, and like, don't worry, that was just temp. We'll get rid of that one whiny guy everyone hates.
Yeah. So like who knows how far along they are in development, but they only announced it earlier this year, and like the dude who was fucking directing it didn't even know he was working on it. Like there's no way. That seems like a proof of concept video to me, and it all took place in Midgard. Like
It took place in that first area.
yeah, and I feel like they were probably instructed like as a team to like, okay, we're gonna nail this first, and if it's gonna come out episodically, it's probably gonna be like the first part. Obviously, is gonna be that. But
Hold on a second, real quick. Sir K Dog in the chat. This is Ronin, I believe. Glenn, do you know any more facts about this game? Who developed it and all that jazz?
Can you Google that real quick, please?
I got
great.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
How's
Ronin.
it
It's a turn-based.
Stealth.
It's not really stealth. There was one of the hints was said this is not a stealth game. Kill everything you see.
Okay.
So it's not a stealth game.
Clearly
It's
not
like
watching the game.
yeah, it's like a stealth game. It has elements of Mark of the Ninja, but it's turn-based. It's pretty cool. I am not good at it
Devolver-
since I died like 5 times during this whole conversation. Or
Devolver
more than 5
Digital
times.
did the
Devolver Digital.
is the producer. I don't know. It just
Developer?
said the name when it came up. I don't know. Riggs is getting information on that. We will get back to you about that information. Sir K Dog in the chat. Lucas Keegan, Sid should always sound Texas because he's a space cowboy badass and he should have an accent. So I don't care that you think his English voice is terrible. You've always thought that since Advent Children and we lived at home with our mom, and you gotta listen to me, Ed.
Advent Children is like
Sir K Dog is Kevin. You know that, right?
yeah.
Sir K Dog is Kevin. Lucas Keegan is my brother.
Oh.
Ronin-
But they used the voices in Kingdom Hearts and Crisis Core, and now they use the same voices. That's why I like that Barrett is still Jet from Cowboy Bebop. He was in every rendition they've used it, so they've kind of set their cast. So they're probably not going to change the casting on the characters. So Sid will probably have the same voice actor. I hope Ares has a different voice actor, because I know in Kingdom Hearts 1 it sounded like good, and then Kingdom Hearts 2 and Advent Children it was.
Was it the same person?
And no, in the first one I think it's some
She was-
TV actress.
She
or
was
something.
actually like super badass in the first one. I'm pretty
the-
sure it was Kim Possible. To be perfectly
No,
honest.
Kim Possible was Yuffie.
Yuffie.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
she's always been Yuffie, which is fine because that's fine. But I think it was maybe that Forgetting Sarah Marshall girl. No, I think it was the girl who's a.
I don't know.
Cheerleader Save the World. I think it was her. I don't know.
No, that
Oh
was,
no, she was
that
Kyrie.
Kyrie, yeah.
Man, woof. Oh look.
Man, yeah,
What?
those people were fucking slumming it when Kingdom Hearts first came out.
No, but see, in Kingdom Hearts 1, they got some pretty solid voice actors. The dude who played Angel.
It was Mandy Moore,
Mandy Moore, that's who it
Wait, who was Mandy Moore?
that fucking
Moore?
pop singer.
was. The bird from I think
No,
that was-
I know who Mandy Moore
let us-
is. I don't know
let us
who.
Mandy Moore was Aerith.
Yeah, but when she was Eris in the first one, right?
Yeah.
No way.
She was pretty good.
Let me just like
She seemed like a character,
Remind
not a
everybody.
dainty little flower.
let me just remind everybody that Lance Bass from NSYNC was
Sephiroth.
Sephiroth in the first
that.
one, yeah, he was great. I don't remember what he said, but he was great.
Just said some nonsense.
Yeah, he was the.
So
He was like, "Open your heart to the darkness."
Yeah, that's actually yeah.
It's so strange because he has
It's
like
gonna be me.
5 attack lines. It's gonna be me. He has like 5 attack lines, and that's it. And why'd they get Lance Bass? Why not just get like a sound engineer?
yeah, and his voice is like highly modulated too.
It's strange.
Did White.
Um,
Oh,
so
god damn it.
so Kevin, Ronin.
Yeah, David Broner's Squall is way better than the new guy, but he's busy, so whatever. Sorry, go.
Oh, wait, who was? Oh yeah, what's his name?
In Squall, in the
Angel.
first one, it's voiced by Angel, but in the later one, it's a voice like he's good enough, but it's just like there's a difference. Like I think the guy who voices him now is more of an actual voice actor, so you've got a bit more of him knowing, like because voice acting and acting are different. Because
Oh,
like
bitch.
you got to put a lot, you got to
Yeah. There's a lot of action.
feel it, right? Yeah, like
you gotta feel
Glenn's
it,
a voice actor on our show.
No, well, no, I watch a lot. What's it? This documentary that I watched. Oh, I guess
the
I
voice
totally
acting
did that on
documentary?
purpose. Yeah.
That's a pretty dope documentary.
Yes, it is.
I really like seeing it, and you're like, oh shit, that's Animaniacs that guy. But yeah, and I think like the David Boreanaz or whatever Angel guy,
Angel from Buffy.
he's an actor, right? Like it's cool because like
He wasn't very good at school,
like
though.
Kingdom Hearts, and my brother Ed, Lucas Keegan in the chat, was really big into Buffy and Angel, so it was really cool to be like, hey, here's a character from the game I like, being voiced by a character in it, like it was cool, and now it's kind of a voice actor guy, but whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but he wasn't even very good at as son of a monkey.
I thought he was fine as Skull, and also he was like one of the main characters in that one. Whereas like
Kingdom Hearts 1.
yeah, whereas like he
In 2 he's more like main, isn't he?
Nah, I don't.
Yeah.
In 1 he's only in Travis Town, but in 2 like he's in the Radiant Garden, and there's all this. I know a lot about this game. I'm not a super fan, but I know like a large amount.
You know, large amount of
I was a fan. I'm probably gonna play.
Yeah,
3.
so was I. I'm not gonna play 3. God, I have
think
no
I'm probably
fucking
gonna play
idea
3.
what's going on anymore.
I don't know anymore. I mean,
There's
I
a
sort
lot
know,
of,
'cause I watch
like-
videos and stuff, but I want to. It looks fun.
So like one of the problems with Kingdom Hearts lore, they won't fucking kill anybody. There are so many goddamn characters in that fucking game. So I tried to organize
Say
everything.
that to a Kingdom Hearts fan though, if they get pissed because they're like, it's a real simple story. You just can't think about it.
Eat my ass,
Like,
is a
I
simple
don't
story.
wanna
That
play
shit is
8
fucking
different games
so
than
complicated.
It's a bad convoluted fucking
Yeah, and one. Oh,
what's his
oops.
dick story, and he sucks. And final.
Just break through everything.
If you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts, welcome to Northern Pixels.
Hey,
I
I
the
like
first
Kingdom
one.
Hearts.
The second
Yeah.
one was full of fucking like fairy shit.
Second one was all right. It wasn't like.
No, it's not good, Glenn. Go back and play it. The first one's fine, but the second
I
one.
can't go back to the first one because after playing the second one with like the fighting is like really light and fluffy and stuff, and the fighting in the first one's like janky.
I think the fighting in the first one's really solid because it's kind of like slower paced, and then they just went fucking. They just
Anime flannery.
lost their fucking mind. Granted, I was playing Fantasy
Idiot,
Star
got in the
Online,
way.
so I just don't have an opinion anymore.
This was okay. I wanted to bring this up because you said it earlier and it was an idea. I thought, and I want to hear your opinion, or not your opinion. I just want to know about game design. So they're making new Dragon Quest, right?
Yep.
And they've got an engine so that so is an engine the gameplay or the art? Is it both?
Riggs talking to you.
Sorry, you kind of cut out a bit.
Oh, sorry. So is an engine like the gameplay, or is the engine the art, or is it both, or like what?
The engine is more of like the technical like backbone. It really has like it has a little bit to do with everything, but like
Because
it's like how the game is like technically put together. The art and the gameplay and all that stuff, like it's aided by like good
Oh,
tools
whoops.
that an engine can provide.
That was an accident.
But it's like
Normal people.
it's completely independent. Like the Unreal Engine, one of the reasons why it's really good and why it's become really popular is because, in particular, the art pipeline is really, really, really good. Not what it outputs. Not
what
like
do you mean by art outline or pipeline? Or whatever?
the pipeline. You know, you have a pipeline when you go to work.
Yeah, I'm an animator.
So you have a pipeline. There's things you do from A to B to C to exporting it, right? The way that Unreal Engine works for 3D art is
was
gives
actually going
artists
down.
a lot of control that they don't need programmers to do anything, which
Oh, that's neat.
is really hard.
Does that make it quicker to
That
kind
was
of
stupid.
like I've got a piece of art, let me export it in. Okay, that's how it
Yeah,
looks
it'll be fine.
in engine.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
that makes a lot of sense.
so we know, like, almost immediately what it's going to look like. You can iterate fast, and you don't need a programmer to do anything. So, like, in some proprietary stuff, like I know, like a lot of indie companies that use their own engines, they will not
Okay.
have any art tools. So they like when I first started, we had our own engine, and I had to give programmers my art, and then I would not see it for months,
Okay.
and I would have no idea what it looked like, and then they give it to me, and then they'd be like, "Hey, there's all these problems that I probably could have fixed
Nigga,
had
I mean,
had I
shit.
just, had I just had access to it visually."
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Unreal Engine in particular has an unbelievable art pipeline. They have a lot of tools. They have like really good, tools to create
That
art.
was
So, like,
close.
they have really good. Glenn, shut up!
Sorry. There's a lot of stuff going down here.
I wanted to tell you to shut up a while ago, but I didn't. Shut up!
This is a podcast, okay? So he's allowed to play the game.
No, I'm just kidding. It was just really funny because you keep interrupting everything I'm saying.
I don't know what's going down here.
I'm trying to like keep my train of thought and I can't.
Alright,
Well,
keep it.
clearly you don't know enough about game design.
This has nothing to do with that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's really just like it's easy for artists to make art. It's easy. It's a C++ engine, which means that's like
What about an A+?
that's like.
That's dumb. That's a wrong thing.
Go
I
on.
mean, that was not a good joke.
Okay, well, it's a quality of humor you can enjoy in the first 2 minutes of Northern Pictures.
That was a dumb idea.
Okay,
What were we talking about?
that
nothing.
was,
Keep letting talk.
That was not a good joke.
Okay,
That
Ah,
was
monkey
so
fucker.
C++ basically is.
I know what C++ is, okay?
It's
If
a
statements and
standard.
whatnot.
It's a standard. Well, that's all programming. C++ is a very standard language, which makes it really easy for any programmer to like learn how to use, basically. And so those combination of things make the Unreal Engine right now like a really like popular thing. So what I'm imagining like why Final Fantasy might be using a whole bunch of that, or Square Enix might be using a whole bunch of that for their games, is simply because like they need to create a lot of art and they need to do it really fast. And it needs to look really good.
Because they're pretty looking games. As much as the boys look like boy band people, that looks real pretty.
However, Final Fantasy 15 is their own engine, and
That's right, because they're using a bunch of Unreal, but they weren't using it for 15.
And they're not using 15. They're using their own engine, and I think the reason they're switching is because they're probably finding it really hard. This is just a guess.
Well, it's been in development for a long time.
Yeah, and I would imagine hiring people is very difficult because they would have to train them in all these tools that are probably not the most user-friendly, especially given some of the videos that they put out of their engine.
That was a bad idea.
It looks really complicated. Like, it doesn't look friendly. So I would imagine it's really hard to use. So it seems like that's why they're switching everything over to like Unreal,
God
because
damn it.
Unreal, you can be trained in. I can train you in it right now. So like,
Because it's sort of like if you know how to code, you know how to use Unreal.
not even if you don't need to know how to code as an artist. If you're a coder, you'll figure it all out. But like, if you're an artist, like,
Yeah.
you don't need to know anything. You just need to know how to create the art. Like,
No way. Oh, bullshit. Sorry, continue.
so
I mean, I guess that answers my question before I even asked it. But my question was going to be, since like, well, since I know all the information doesn't matter, but since they have like an engine for the new Dragon Quest where all the art looks like the Dragon Ball Z guy,
yeah.
could they remake Chrono Trigger because they have the art already? Like they have the that to make the art look like 3D kind of that.
I mean, they could have like stylistically, yeah, like the
Yeah, but that doesn't matter at all because the
like
engine would be
they would
different.
still have to build. They would still have to build the models and
Because I remember them saying with the popularity, because when they first announced the Final Fantasy VII remake, with the popularity and like increasing stock, when that happened, they're like, we might do a lot of remakes, and then they're like, like Final Fantasy VI or Chrono Trigger and stuff. But I mean, if they do this episodic and that bombs hard, then they'll probably be like, maybe we shouldn't.
yeah.
Or I don't know what they'll do.
Oh, come on.
I don't.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll bomb realistically? Do you think it will bomb,
like,
even if it's episodic, or do you?
unless it's complete and utter dog shit.
Or do you think people? Will,
No,
Even
but
if
I
it's
think
dog shit, people are gonna buy it.
people are gonna
It's
buy
what
it,
people
like,
have been
I feel-
wishing for since their fucking
I
childhood.
feel like they know that, and that's why they don't. They're not.
God damn
going
it.
to be, I'm not gonna say they don't care because they just said it this time. Who knows if they're like wanting to read the reactions and stuff? But I feel like they could do.
That was
They
stupid.
could do bare minimum and still make a ton of money because people want this.
They could,
And they're
however,
like-
that's at odds with some statements that the president of the company made saying he refuses to make a Final Fantasy VII remake until
That's
they've
not happening.
made game
Yeah,
quality bar.
until their next like Final Fantasy has made more money or something. Than
No, it wasn't
popular,
a money. It wasn't a money thing. It was a
popular.
quality.
Yeah.
It's a quality thing. It wasn't
Quality,
nothing,
right.
It had nothing to do with money. Yeah.
Nope.
Sorry, I
that was
don't
a bad
mean to
idea.
just think big business bad. I don't think that big business makes money.
This is only the third level.
Hey, can I take a guess real quick? Can I guess you're that little girl?
Yeah, that's my guess.
I mean, I don't
as
know
well.
if there was a story at the beginning when you started.
No,
but
like
I'm
the
almost
story
certain-
was just showing the picture, showing
Yeah.
this photo.
I was almost for sure. I'm like, hey, she's got to be that little girl or something. But anyways, you're saying Glenn Riggs?
I don't remember.
No.
People
Well,
will
that's
buy
Final Fantasy VII.
People will buy Final Fantasy 7. Doesn't matter
No,
how
yeah,
shitty it'll be.
they'll buy it. But what? There's
It'll be
two outcomes. There's
episodic.
two outcomes. Or there's three outcomes. It'll be good. People still bitch about it. That's one.
No, that is the outcome.
It'll.
No, because I'm not convinced.
He means like the majority voice.
So there's gonna
This
be
will always be.
three outcomes to this whole thing, not just like people's reactions, right? It'll be good and people will hate it. It'll be bad and people will hate it, or it will be kind of middling and people will hate it. But the worst case is that if it's bad, and obviously people will hate it, they also have like ruined their entire company's like credibility, which will mean that they'll never be trusted again. And they don't like that company's not like doing great.
No,
So,
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like
They
that's what I'm
can't really
saying. All their,
afford that, so I don't know what they're gonna do.
a lot of people have been like, because they have their diehard fans. We know a few of them that'll like everything they make, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's the kind of thing where it's like those are dwindling. Like Square, from what I've heard and stuff, it's like Enix made really good JRPGs and good games, and Square made really good games, and they fused together, and it slowly started to drop off. And it's like you had these two amazing things come
God
together,
damn.
and something was amiss.
Well, like the guy who used to direct the Final Fantasy games left because of creative differences. So
Yeah.
What's his new company called? He's made for.
Mistwalker.
Yeah.
Is he the one that made the like the game about
Ooh,
Lost
dog.
Odyssey or something?
Yeah. Do you remember? I was playing it and there was like this whole.
Oh, fuck.
There's this whole like short story segment.
Yeah. I was
Remember
really
that?
interested in that game.
That game was really cool, but the problem is he hasn't been able to get a lot of funding to do like really big stuff. So
Which
he's,
is strange because it's what's his name? Sakaguchi?
Yeah.
Sakaguchi.
So like he was one of the directors on like Chrono Trigger. He was Final Fantasy VII's like lead scenario writer. Like
Which is strange because isn't he like
Nope,
not just won
nope.
like the Lifetime Achievement Award, but he's also like he's done like really good games. It's strange that he wouldn't get tons of funding and stuff like that. I don't know.
I think the problem is more like Japanese market doesn't really want to invest in new companies building huge games because it's all mobile. So he's made a bunch
Well,
of.
how the Monolith guy do that then?
He started in the PS2 era, like when
fair enough.
Sakaguchi was still making Final Fantasy X, and and he worked on 11, I believe. So like it's he started early.
Yeah.
And he got in with Namco. Like he got in with a publisher who really like believed in his shit. And I think Sakaguchi made some bad choices by like backing Xbox and stuff, like which wasn't a bad choice to do that. It's just like not where the market was. There's no Japanese people that buy Xboxes, so he's not going to sell in his home country, which means that like no one's going to give a fuck. That's what I think anyway. Because Lost Odyssey is a really good game.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it's like a good old-fashioned like JRPG. Like the battle system isn't like super extremely detailed, but it's like, and it's
people say it's like some people say it's like the real Final Fantasy 12 and stuff like that.
yeah, like I'd be interested in playing it, but I mean I'm not gonna look up a copy on my 360 and boost that out of the closet and stuff. But I know like if it ever, like I don't know if it might be on the Xbox One, if you can like download it or something. I don't know.
No,
I'm not
no,
buying Xbox One or something, but
But
it always intrigued me, and I'm not normally into that kind of fantasy stuff, but just like I don't know, something about it it intrigued me enough.
It's really interesting. It's not a perfect game by any means. Like
No, but I don't expect it to be.
You can tell that they were constrained on like a budget.
God damn it.
I just see you jumping in this middle room, Glenn, and like dying constantly.
I'm trying to get these. I'm in the middle of the room. They're everywhere.
Why
I
are
can't
you on the
get
middle of
these
the room?
platforms. I was hacking these computers, getting information.
Oh,
on my
hacking the
next target.
mainframe, huh?
Yep. People will buy Final Fantasy. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are talking about
I
Final
feel
Fantasy.
like I'll buy it.
Yeah, are you guys gonna buy it?
I will now wait until I hear about it.
So this, because this second trailer is what like the first trailer was fine. It was.
First
It
trailer was
didn't.
just like a cinematic trailer. This one was kind of
It
like.
didn't
oh,
really
we
get.
got-
Yeah, it didn't really get me. The second one is the one that made it look interesting as it showed actual gameplay, which
Yeah,
looked fucking impressive.
that's what I was saying earlier. Like, it was cool before. I'm like, okay, cool, they're making it. But this last one, I'm like, okay, they're doing something really different. And that's awesome. But maybe they're too different. That's what I'm worried about. Like, maybe they took it a little too far.
I have a question about.
I don't know. I think it's if they leave it close to the original game. That's a shitty fucking game. If I wanted to play, if I wanted to play the original fucking game.
I'm not saying.
Nope. Fuck. Sorry. Continue. I had one guy left. I was on a roll.
I'm not saying gameplay wise. Change the shit out of the game. I'm saying like in terms of like the legacy. Like, that's what I'm really worried about, is that they're gonna mess with like what made people like it in the first place. Like, it's not the gameplay. It's like there's a lot of reasons why, but like it's gonna be really easy to fuck it up. So they should be really careful and like look at the original and say like, how can we preserve the spirit of it while doing new things? Because it's possible. It's been done before. Look at the Resident Evil remake on the GameCube. That's a perfect example of how to do it. In my opinion.
Because they changed some things, but they didn't.
Changed a lot, but
No, but I mean
they
like.
preserved it.
How do we get out of here?
Because like we played a bit, and it's like the dog's supposed to jump out. They didn't jump out. Oh fuck! They jumped out somewhere else. Like they did. Like they took the things that you expected and put a few twists, but not enough to like it's like a completely different game and stuff. I thought was neat.
But I think people will still get it. They'll complain. They're still gonna get it. If it's episodic, they're still gonna fucking get it.
Oh,
I have a question about
I definitely
episodic
think
games.
it's gonna sell a lot of money, but what I'm worried about is that it ruins the company's like credibility.
It already, for most people, it's already fucking ruined. I don't.
If you buy episode 1 of a game digitally, which I guess you have to, and then bought the full game, do you get like a discount because you have one of the episodes or no?
Typically no.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Typically, the only place you'd get the discount is if you bought all of it.
I'm
Just wait and then you. Okay.
I don't even like Final Fantasy 15. Like Final Fantasy 15 gameplay doesn't appeal to me. 13 doesn't appeal to me. Like was it 12 that was on PS2, the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one was all right at the time. Now it's a drag.
What bums you out about 15? I'm just curious because I found it really, really interesting.
I don't know. It's like it's pretending to be an action game, but an RPG. Like it's yeah.
What do you mean by pretending? Like it's trying to like.
It's
pull
okay.
your
So
eyes
like
or something?
no, like so it has the in an action game like Zelda, when you're fighting, you're attacking, you attack. There's no pause. You keep going, and you're not limited within an area. There's still limitations. It plays like a action game, but then there's limitations of an of the RPG part or whatever fight engine they choose to use here.
I'm not entirely sure, like, because it uses pretty much Final Fantasy Type Zero's combat system with like a bunch of different like tweaks.
I don't know Final Fantasy Type Zero. Which one was that one?
It was the one that was on Vita, and it has it's like a class of students, and
It's like Final Fantasy 8.
it's like Final Fantasy 8 kind of, but it was on Vita.
But no, but you
PSP.
can't. Isn't that the only way you can get the demo for?
Yeah,
15?
but you can buy it for like PS4 and stuff. Which
You can buy the demo.
Oh no, you can buy the game and get the demo.
Oh.
Actually, I don't think you can anyway. The combat is like not really trying to be action. It really is like it's sort of like
It looks action though.
it's
It looks
really
like Kingdom Hearts
really
from as a viewer. It looks like that. It just looks like.
as if you're when you play it, you quickly realize what it is. It's not like it's really different. It feels really strange, but in like a good way, in my opinion, because it's like it doesn't break things up like in a way that's like what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like splintering the experience into two different things. The combat just happens seamlessly, but it's still really tactical. It's more like tactical combat than it is like action or turn-based. So it's very different. It'll probably take a little bit for people.
Like it happens in
but,
real time, but you still have to like.
But it's all strategic decisions. It's all tactical decisions. You have to, if you're mashing buttons or something, like that's not even what it's trying to do. It's not even. It doesn't even like pretend to do that. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's really interesting, and it's not boring. It's a little bit more active, so it's not boring like Final Fantasy 12. But it's not Zelda either.
Sir K Dog in the chat says, "Oh, sorry to break up the FF convo, but I'm debating on whether to get a Steam controller. Do you guys have any opinions on it?"
Well, Sir K Dog, fuck you. Don't break up our combo and get the fuck out of our channel.
Thank you. All right,
The
go on.
controller. What's it? I want to try it. It looks interesting.
We have no opinion on it.
I do want to try it
Glen
because it
clearly
looks
has an
like.
opinion. What are you talking about?
He says, "I'm interested. I don't know."
Like as far as I know, the D-pad or touchpad, I guess the touchpad works like. The touchpad works. I hear it works like that ball in arcades.
Yeah, like Snake.
Yeah, I guess. But like it's not. So like if you move forward, if you roll it up. If you roll it up, but it's slightly at an angle to the left, it'll read as up. You know what I mean? So it won't read as up left. It's weird. That's what I've heard. But I do want to try it out. Because it looks interesting. I'm more interested in. I'm more interested in trying the Xbox One on a console. If you have a choice right now, I would go with an Xbox One controller for the console. Because that seems
okay, dog. I hope you enjoyed that.
If you can use a PS4 controller, I would suggest that because it's better. I never in a million years thought I would say that because I've been kind of like
an Xbox
fanboy, but the PS4 controller is just superior. I don't know. It's like really you have a PS4. It's like really ergonomic. It feels like really good to use. Whereas like the Xbox controller, it's good. If like that's what you have to play games on the PC, that's great. Because I don't even know if can you even play with the PS4 controller? I don't even fucking know. But the Steam controller, I played it with a early prototype of it when they first like had like the haptic feedback pads or whatever. And I found it really hard to use.
okay.
I played like a PC game, like a really like crazy PC game. And I played like a third-person shooter. I can't remember what it was. And both were like equally kind of difficult because it just, I don't know, it feels funky. That's my feeling.
So it's funky, and I'm interested because it feels like a ball when you roll it.
No, that's what I heard.
Those are.
Yeah. So basically, like, let me explain it. It's kind of like a trackball, right? So when you swipe your thumb across it, like across one of the pads, it keeps rolling. So like if you're say you're on like a menu that like scrolls, you don't have to like keep like swiping your hand. You just like throw it like you're like rolling a ball.
Oh, I see.
And it will like keep rolling the scroll menu up until you stop, because it's just the way it's built. I'm not really sure how it works though. It was cool, like that part's cool. I just don't know about like the practicality of actually using it for like a bunch of games. Maybe it's just something you'd have to get used to. I'm sure it's perfectly fine. I don't know. Like it's probably great. Like what do we know? We haven't used it, I guess.
Yeah. Terrible people to ask an opinion of. For me, my opinion is I don't play Steam games. And if I ever did, I just use the Xbox 360 controller. So.
And that's also just fine.
Buy a Vita.
Buy a Vita?
Buy a Vita instead of a controller, because they're probably going to be about the same price.
Did you get Nuclear Throne or Bastion?
I've already played Bastion. I wasn't a big fan. The fact that it was $2.99 is great, though, so you could get it. It's cross-buy.
Nuclear
Throne is not my type of game.
It's really good, though.
It's not my type of game. I've seen you play it.
You should get it anyway, because it's free.
It's not free.
It's not free?
No.
Oh, I lied.
Sorry, everyone. We've run past the hour now. I don't know if we just play this to an hour or do we just play till the conversations are dull. I don't know how this works.
Well, we know what you don't do, Charles.
Is bring it up?
Yep.
Okay, well I did. So what do you want me to do?
Fuck it up every time. We'll go until Glen wants to call it.
Oh.
Okay, so
That's
I'm
what I
sure
said.
that I don't know how a show running works, even though I don't. I work on a show.
So let's lay, because we've already brought it up. Let's lay the ground rules right now. The person running the show calls the show.
Okay.
That's
then
a
after
terrible
this-
idea. What if I would want to leave?
Then you send a message over fucking Hangouts and don't bring it the fuck up.
Okay, everyone.
Oh crap! I'm going all the way to the bottom. Oh my
Apparently,
god.
Riggs is real upset about this.
I'm not actually really upset, but in all seriousness though, like you just let Glen call it and then
All right.
Oh, I had no idea it was on me. So.
yeah, you're the
Oh.
showrunner. It's Sunday night with Glen, not Sunday night with Riggs and
Well,
Charles.
I don't know.
The Sunday night Riggs and Charles hour
That's pretty good.
kind of does sound okay.
Yeah.
This should be called
Like a
Fun Day.
variety hour.
It should be called Fun Day Nights.
Yeah. Glenn, you really missed it. You didn't even tell you what game you're playing, and that's why we're not getting any views.
I guess I did. I set it all up.
It just says Sunday Night with Glenn, Northern.
Kevin, I suggest trying the controller out before buying it. See how it works.
Yeah, I don't know how you would try
because
a controller, unless it was at
Oh,
like a
God damn it!
convention or something.
Or after this level, if I die or however it happens.
Any Riggs? Any quick things you want to say before he dies?
Before Glen dies?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, bud.
If you get Kevin, if you get a PS4 controller, because I know PS4 has, like I don't know, it doesn't work automatically like an Xbox controller does.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one thing I would say.
You have to like install a driver or something like that.
I can never get it working, so I just use an Xbox controller.
Yeah, you have to install a driver.
And also it like fucks up with Windows 10, so I'm just gonna suggest you don't do that. Forget everything I said.
Like
Never I beat it.
Just buy a PS4 and play games there.
He's got a point.
or stay console. But like if you're gonna play RTS, like RTS or actually, if you're gonna play RTS or MOBAs, I stick to keyboard and mouse. I feel like.
Yeah, practice your micro,
Should.
okay, bud?
If you're gonna play League of Legends,
Practice your micro.
don't. No, if you're gonna play League of Legends, then use a keyboard and mouse. If you're gonna play
How do we get up here?
Super Meat Boy, probably use not a keyboard and mouse. I gave really good advice there.
He's a game designer, so he's a lead game designer. So
Why does that
he would know.
even? Why does that even matter? Stop.
Well, that you would know.
Why do I know what? I'm
You
not a fucking pro gamer though.
Yeah, you would know because you made
Oh!
games. You would know.
So what? Like
What an
just
electric
because
kid,
like
that's horseshit.
you make cartoons, do you know how to fucking draw? Probably not.
No, not really. Hey, Riggs, when was the
okay.
last time you put pen to paper and drew?
I do every day because I doodle, but
Ah, you bitch.
but like in all like a serious like drawing, like I do that for work sometimes.
Oh, son of a monkey.
What, for
Okay, let me
yourself?
try this one more time.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, let me try this one more time. I've died because I fell to my death. Oh, okay. I know what to do. Hold on 1 second.
Jump on the electric wires.
So since we haven't talked about the game at all, can you please tell me what's going on? Because I don't really know.
I am assassinate. I went through this wall apparently. I didn't crash through
So
glass.
I definitely get that it's like Kill Bill.
I don't know the story. The story has been so far is like there's a picture. You've seen this over and over again. There's a picture
Yeah.
with a circle around it. When there's an X, that means that person's been murdered. Whew, that was close.
What are you doing like with the gameplay though? Like how are you playing? Like oh I mean it.
So like yeah, every time there's an action that to be had, it pauses. I take a turn first, and then they do.
I've noticed that you've been using their own gunfire to like kill other people. Is that part of the game?
Fuck me.
Or are you just smart and strategic?
What do you mean?
Like, because there's like the red lines, right?
Oh
where
yeah,
they
no,
shoot.
the red line is where they're gonna.
And
shoot.
like, you seem to jump so that the person on the left is actually going to shoot the person on the right when you jump out of the way. Is that actually what you're supposed to do? Or
no,
is
like the
that-
red line is. Oh god.
Is there like where they're gonna kill, right? So you got to move out of that direction.
Yeah. Oh, there
What
goes
I'm
this guy.
saying is, it's like, so you got this ninja dude right now. Could you get this ninja dude to cut the dude with a gun?
No.
Oh, okay.
He'll only hit me.
Oh, okay. He won't hit the enemies. I thought I saw that though.
Could you get the guy with the gun to shoot the ninja dude?
No. Yeah, there's no friendly fire between them.
Oh,
Well, as far as I
thought
can
there
tell.
was. I thought I was seeing there was friendly fire.
Well, I wasn't paying attention. There probably was.
Well, I wasn't paying. Which one of it? Who has? Okay, we've been talking about Final Fantasy VII, and you've been playing the game, and none of us have been playing.
I've been dying over and over again.
Well, I think he was trying to get our attention by all the screaming he was doing during our conversation.
Well, no, those screams were involuntary.
Yeah, well, you know, it's Glen. Cute little Glen.
Okay.
This game actually looks pretty dope, though.
Yeah,
That's
I
fun.
like what can happen. Oh, there's somebody else there. Whew, that was close.
Did you just use your limit break?
Fuck me. Okay. That's the
So
end
do you
there.
do you take like one shot and then you're dead?
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, one shot. Kill. So because like you're already given a chance of where they're going to attack. And then it depend. And then if you're good, you'll know to avoid those red lines. And then once you just basically avoid the red lines, kill everybody in sight. This is not a stealth
Classic.
game.
Classic kill everyone inside.
Oh god, that was.
What game said that? Where it was like straight up front, it's like this is not a this game. Was that a movie? I don't know.
That's what this game did.
Well, no, there's something I just remember. I think I'm thinking of 500 Days of Summer. This is not a like romantic movie.
I don't think. Yeah, this is.
So, sorry about that for mixing up games with indie movies.
Come on, duck. Oh, I have an extra turn. Sweet.
I saw that movie on my birthday the day before I broke up with a girl.
Did the movie
Summer?
make you want to break up?
Was her name Summer?
No. Probably.
So you saw it and you were like, that seems like the right idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess so.
Well, that's good.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
See, those are the stories that even I don't know.
I guess that girl was technically my summer to gals being my autumn.
Whoa.
You want to get real?
Whoa.
But
Beautiful.
but no, that was I like that movie.
Yeah,
a good
I
movie.
liked it.
I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He's a good guy.
He seems like a good guy.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. He seems really, you know.
Shit.
He seems like that guy in high school that was like the drama kid, but also like he wasn't like I'm an actor. He was like kind of like everyone liked him, and he was really nice to even like the ugly and dumb people. Like he was nice to everyone and not just the popular people, but he hung out with the popular people. That's what he seems like to me.
I sort of just want to give him a hug.
Because he's so sad.
Like something about him. No,
No,
he's
he's
seems
not
so
sad.
nice.
It's just his eyes are closed forever.
Well, I mean, you have to remember he worked with
French Stewart.
no, not yeah, French Stewart's right. I mean, I was gonna say the other guy, Jonathan Lithgow,
Lithgow.
but French Stewart works. Lithgow, whatever.
This room looks really fucked.
Do you just play it? Every room is kind of. Is this game sort of like Hotline Miami, where it's like you go into a room and you got to figure out how to solve it?
Kind of. Oh god, I'm dead. Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
And you're
I'm
just
actually a big
working
fan
on the
of that
fly.
game.
I really hated Hotline Miami when I
That was
first
the
played
first Vita game I had, and I was like, this is pretty dope.
I hated it when I
Perfect
first played it.
for
I thought it was like really boring, and then I came back to it like 2 years later, and
It blew me away.
I really liked it.
You figured out why it was good? Because it was a good game?
No, it's a great game. I think I didn't get it when I first.
Mhm.
I was just like, this is like bad Grand Theft Auto, and then I realized it was like a puzzle.
Yeah, that makes sense, because it looks like old-fashioned Grand Theft Auto, right?
Apparently, it's a
Yeah,
good
so
ending
I
too.
totally miss it. What?
It has a pretty good. Well, there's like a. It has a good story with an intriguing ending. That's what my brother told me.
Mhm.
I
haven't
didn't
finished
finish it.
You haven't finished it? Oh, it's pretty good. There's two endings, and it's not that hard to get the other ending, but you have to look out for it.
Oh, what? That was a samurai? That was a gun. Motherfucker.
There was just a giant red line through you.
Yeah.
I was like, why did you not jump?
I thought it was a samurai. I thought it was a bullet gun thingy.
You were like super dead.
Try this one more time. Okay, this is the last try.
Kind of wish we'd been talking about this game more. It actually looks pretty interesting. We got so. I got really into that Final Fantasy. I was
Well,
really.
because it was real hot.
Oh shit. Try that again. Okay, let me finish this fucking mission. No, let me just try this one
Just
more
done.
time.
Just fucking finish it.
Okay.
Kill that really like nasty looking smiling chick.
No, I'm not. That's not this level. I'm still getting. information. What we're talking
She
about?
looks like a fucking Charlie Brown character.
Charlie Brown character? How?
I don't know. It's just that's what she reminds me of.
The
Oh,
which
let's see.
character?
The one that he's targeting. You can't see her right now.
Oh, when he dies? Don't worry, I'll
Yeah.
see it in a minute.
Yeah, well, wait till
It looks like a real clusterfuck right
Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
Um,
If you just go to the left, you
now.
probably.
Just go down. Go straight down.
Nah, that's dangerous. If you go left,
No,
it's
he's got to go right into it, and then he'll kill both of them.
Yeah, but he's taking too much of a risk. I fucking told you.
fucking fall right into the.
The one he's
samurai
going
dude.
for, you think, is a Charlie Brown character?
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't look like a Charlie Brown. She looks like a
Looks
total
like
drama.
Lucy or a Scott Pilgrim character.
Yeah, I'll take that.
This counts as a thing, right? Yes, it does. Okay, let's go after this person.
I like to see someone who's really good at this game play.
Yeah.
I'm not that great.
Just who's
Okay.
no, I know, but someone who's like played it a bunch and knows the lap.
So
Play,
you can probably
just like kill.
I
kill,
wish
kill.
it had an instant replay. That would have been cool. Just like where it just goes through the whole thing without it pausing. That would look awesome.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. I think you could probably kill that guy really easily right now.
B?
Like A. Just fucking kill that motherfucker.
He's already
And
dead.
now
He
you
would
have
have been done if.
Now you have another turn. So I would jump up into the air. Don't even like go down there. Just jump up in the air. Now go down to your left and kill B.
I can't. I'm still going in trajectory. There's only one. That way I'm going.
So
Just
can
no
you
trajectory.
jump back up on the platform then?
I can't, well,
Okay, you can kill that guy.
nope. No, I can't. I'm gonna lose my thing.
No. Yeah, just get the fuck out of the way.
Fuck.
Oh Jesus.
That ninja dude is fucking scary.
Can you just drop to the ground?
Because there's a physics thing. I'm in the middle.
Kill A.
Oh,
That'll
that
get you out of the
makes
way.
Nope. One more.
Yeah.
No wait.
Now you should be able to jump over to him.
These guys are done.
Don't kill him. Jump over the other guy. Yeah. Now kill that motherfucker.
Oh fuck.
I think you can jump and kill the other guy.
Riggs, are you a game player?
I really like turn-based
Oh.
strategy. I actually think I might play this
Take
game.
this game?
It looks really cool.
It's a good game.
That was really impressive. Wow, you solved that room quick.
Yeah.
It just it looks really cool. It's like my type of game actually, where it's like
Good thing. So
it's all like turn-based.
so streaming this has told you there's a new game that you'd be interested in.
That's
Yeah,
the point.
that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that was
That's the point, Glen.
that was
right.
my goal.
I actually like looked it up a few times. So.
I have seen this game, but I never. That's neat. It's just neat.
How do I run faster?
Yeah, it looks cool. I actually, because Kill Bill is like one of my favorite movies. I didn't really know this
Kill
game.
Bill 3 getting made. It's his next movie.
Is there a wait? Aren't there already 3?
No, there's 2, but he said he's making. I don't know if it's the next movie he's making, but he said yeah, I'm making it now, because it's supposed to be about I don't know, Vivica Fox's daughter or whatever, the black girl's daughter.
Oh yeah, didn't I tell you about that?
Yeah, I remember that was like the rumor and stuff, but then like he said like, yep, that's what's happening.
Woo!
I don't know if it's a rumor. I think he said if he made a 3 back in the day, it would be following her, but he'd have to wait till she was old enough to do it. And now that it's been like 10 years maybe.
If you continue on that trajectory, can't you use your grappling hook?
Yeah, but it's
You swing.
it'll just adjust my trajectory.
So if you use your grappling hook, could you not swing towards the guy on the right? Because that's kind
Not
of where you
in,
want to go.
not in this turn. The next turn, yes. So like if
In this case, you probably want to just
I'm still gonna get
Don't
killed.
kill
here.
him.
don't kill him.
Yeah. So let's just go after
Unless you
this
get
guy.
2 moves, don't you?
That was an accident. I didn't do that. What happened there?
You were so close to when you jumped, you hit him in the air.
Okay, well it's happening again.
That's a pretty cool.
Kill A for sure.
He'll get shot.
No.
I
Oh no, because he goes up. Oh,
Okay.
oh my god. He's still firing. If you jump down, you'll die.
No,
Oh,
you can
No
probably kill him.
shots. Yeah, there's no shots here. I don't know what that means. Probably a limit break or something. Whee!
There's no
Oh,
option
what?
to turn off hints.
Limit break says that or said that it allows you to have 2 turns in 1 turn or 2 actions in 1
Ah.
turn. So whenever you can move twice, it's because you got a limit break.
There you go.
Man, this game looks cool as fuck. I just can't believe we weren't paying attention to it.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Okay, mission accomplished. There was a lockdown, but that's okay. I have to figure out how to get down there. I'm scared.
Grappling hook.
I don't know. This isn't Just Cause. I guess I have to take the elevator. Alright. Let's take the elevator all the way back. Figure out how to get back. Can't remember how we got.
An elevator right there.
No, that's for the bad guys. It's red.
Oh.
Yeah, bad guy elevator, obviously. Bad guys.
If it was green, that's a good guy elevator.
Yeah, red is
Because
only.
that's how elevators work, right?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have a red. He doesn't have a red card. Can't use
It's a
it.
red helmet, though. I mean,
It's a she.
It's a she, you sexist pig.
it's kind of gender.
It's like a Metroid thing.
Okay. Let's go back to the motorcycle. I don't know what the motorcycle is.
This actually reminds me of something. I don't know what it is. Like the look.
Mark of the. It reminds me of Mark of the Ninja. Oh, and it's a to me it's a combination of Mark of the Ninja and Gunbound. Or no, not Gunbound. Gunpoint. Yeah, Gunpoint.
I think it looks a lot more like Gunpoint. I think Mark of the Ninja has like really. This doesn't have like the kind of fluid animation that Mark of the Ninja has, but it
Just
has
Google
more.
it,
It's really
Gunpoint. Yes.
a lot more stylized than Mark of the Ninja.
All right. Let's hop to the motorcycle. Wow.
Now, if you get the mission to fucking assassinate that Charlie Brown chick, you gotta do it.
Like if we're almost there, we might as well finish it.
I don't know what it is. Oops. Hold on. We'll find out right now if my mission is to kill. She's not even a Charlie Brown character. She looks like.
No, doesn't look at
there's
all
the
like
mission.
She totally looks like
She
a
looks
Charlie
like something from Invader Zim or something.
Brown. No, she looks like Charlie, or she looks like I would say she looks like a Scott Pilgrim character. She kind of
Which
looks
I
like.
agree with.
She kind of looks like the chick that Aubrey Plaza plays in the movie. I can't
Oh
remember.
yeah.
Is that the grumpy chick who swears a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I have them right here. I don't know.
You should just go. You should just go. Like, do you need to even go this way?
For the elevator, yeah, and somebody's calling a lockdown. We gotta get this guy with the 8 on it.
So you have 8 seconds to take him
Yeah,
out.
8 turns. Yeah.
So I'd go down and then go straight up on like a 20-degree angle,
I don't.
or that works. But you can't kill him now.
Her name was Julie.
Julie, yes, yeah. Now go back down to that guy.
Sorry, just popped the book open, Scott Pilgrim.
What just happened?
You went too far forward.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try to not get alerted, not alert them. What just happened? And then
Can't you just use the stairs there?
where?
To the right, past that glass.
Oh, those, yes. Let me just figure out. So there's no like.
Is sword point some clever reference to gunpoint?
Yeah. That's what it seems like.
Is it the same people who made it or no?
No.
I don't think so.
Maybe.
I was trying to look it
no,
up, but I couldn't figure it out.
It's Devolver Digital, so no, it's not.
But Devolver Original, did they make it or they just
No.
produce it? Because I know,
One dude. Oh wait, yeah, that's a good point.
because I know, like at like E3, there's like Devolver Original still, you know, working with the Vita, and they had
fuck
like
was that?
6 different games, and I'm like, I feel like they're for producing or developer, I don't know what the term is, but I think they don't necessarily make them.
No, it's Thomas Wyckoff. It's like one guy. Sorry if I butchered your name.
Oh yeah, he's the guy.
Your name.
What's it? It's only one dude.
Wack.
He has a blog about developing Gunpoint because it was just him. Can't remember what the
Yeah,
link was.
it's not the same guy who did Gunpoint though.
The guy who did Gunpoint is Tom something with an F, because I just looked it up.
Yeah. Yeah, the one who made Gunpoint is only one dude. And there's
So
only
is
They
this-
weren't friends?
So is this.
They weren't friends at all. They hated each other.
Oh no,
Just like Ian Fleming or whatever the fuck his
Oh, no, Ian Campbell.
name. Ian Campbell.
Ian Campbell, your game Bleed.
That game is cool actually. I wish I didn't really play.
Was that a stream or a test?
That was we were not. It wasn't a stream. It was just a recording. And I know it was a stream, but it wasn't a stream to stream. It was a stream to show you the game so we could record. Which this would have been so much easier had we just done this, but
Right.
Where's Yscale? Nope. Where's Yscale?
Talking to me?
alright, is this where you have to actually kill the boss?
I thought it was, but she's not even here.
Maybe you have to like trigger it.
And we gotta kill everyone in the room and then she comes.
Is there like mission objectives?
Yeah, upper left. Kill Yscale.
Can you get more information?
Kill all enemies, spare civilians. Kill Yscale. There's usually like a...
Start by killing all the enemies.
Yeah. Wait, oh, there she is. I'm assuming that's her. She looks different from everybody else.
This seems so Scott Pilgrim-y.
This game?
Yeah, like it looks like you're in fucking like Chaos Theater.
I guess.
Going after Gideon.
Where am I?
Is Dark Souls and them a genre of game?
They're being called Souls-like, but no.
What the hell does that mean?
Because there's this new game called like Neo or something. It's like samurais, but I was watching it, I was like, that kind of looks like Bloodborne, and I didn't know if that was a type of game or if I just now
What's it called?
associate action. It's like N-O-I-N, or it's like Neo or something like that. It's by Tecmo Koei and Team Ninja.
Wait, is that newly announced?
Yeah, it was like
I
announced
saw
at the
that.
PSX, I believe.
Yeah.
But I looked at, like, I was just watching it and I was like, that looks like Bloodborne and stuff, but I don't know enough about NIIO maybe? I don't know.
But it's a genre now?
NIOH.
Is it a genre now?
NIOH.
Oh, I can't fucking use that.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm like, when I watch it, I'm like, that looks like a Souls game. I wonder if that's, is it a new genre type thing that people just start doing where it's like...
Well, because there was that game that came out, what the fuck is it called, Lords of the Fallen, and it was very much like Dark Souls. People started calling that a Souls-like, but really it's just like it's like an action. It's like an action RPG.
It's an action RPG where it's just because I like in Bayonetta, it's like, what would Bayonetta be? Bayonetta is just an action game.
Yeah, Bayonetta.
Like Bayonetta, you can cancel animations. It's just like stylistic and looking cool. Wow, like Dark Souls is like you got to study the enemy and like.
So this game appears to be Team Ninja's new game, which I really like.
No, you're thinking of the wrong studio.
I really like Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, okay, never mind. You're thinking the right one. I think you're doing Ninja Theory because they're like. Sorry, go
Ninja
on.
Theory did what? They did Devil May
Ninja
Cry,
Theory,
right?
Enslaved.
Enslaved,
Devil May Cry. They did Devil May Cry, didn't they?
Yeah, DMC. Their new one,
What the hell do we get up to?
Heavenly Sword is like Hellblade or something.
I like Heavenly Sword. Was that
Hey,
them?
this game looks dope.
You think so?
Yeah, I think visually, like, it looks really interesting. It's like
It looks like Okami-esque.
kind
where
of
it's all, like, paint lineies.
totally looks like Dark Souls though.
Yeah. That's why I was wondering, like, is that is it like, it's just Dark Souls knockoff? Or is it like that's become a new type of genre where it's like a hard puzzle, almost puzzle-like
Oh, you piece of shit mother.
action
I
adventure
mean-
where it's like a slower action adventure, not like flying around and jumping, shooting, and kicking butt.
I mean, it really looks like Dark Souls.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'd be happy with that.
You're okay with that?
I really like these games, and they're not making any more after 3, so
That's cool. Alright, I just wanted to see your opinion on it because I remember looking at it.
Woo!
yeah, that looks cool.
And Glenn, do you want Psychonauts 2?
Oh my god, I am so excited for Psychonauts 2.
Did you back it? No.
No,
I'll buy
don't
it.
you have to be like a
I have a lot of opinions about that, which maybe we can share some other day.
special?
Okay.
not
That
like
fake
not
thing
like super negative ones, but
Is it about the
Do you
whole
know,
fake
know
thing?
about the fake thing?
yeah.
You
that's
you
what
need
I
to have
found
like
out.
what? You need to be like an actual businessman?
No, not to be a standard backer. You just fucking back it. You just don't get money back.
Oh, okay.
You just can't be an investor.
It's to be an investor, you have to spend tons of money?
No, you have to have a lot of capital, or not capital. Like you have to have like a certain amount of money in your bank, or like make a certain amount of money per year in order to be like an investor.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to be a legitimate businessman. Eat a dick, motherfucker.
I really like the idea of a crowdsourcing that's particular for games, but I think the whole like investment part of it is super sketchy. But
Is this the first? Is this the first
Got impatient.
thing launching with Fig, or has Fig been along for a while?
and Fig, this is not the first thing, but it's the first higher profile thing.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I don't want to use up all your conversation.
nah, maybe we can talk about it another day when it has some more news or something.
Fair enough.
Um,
When something bad happens, everyone's like, "Oh man, this is like the Shenmue thing."
I'm not like super negative about it. I actually think.
Well,
like,
no.
I
But
wish them like the best of luck. I just like think that Fig is weird. That's all. I think Psychonauts 2 people wanted it for a really long time. They're using Unreal Engine, which is probably a good idea.
well, you've already talked about how good it is.
I think like Double Fine makes a lot of games though, which is a bit I just feel like they've got a lot on their plate.
Telltale.
Don't they make like a lot of hot tail? Yeah. Don't they make a lot of like hit or miss, or just like they're just fun games and not necessarily like perfectly crafted games, but they're like it's fun and unique and different.
They just do a lot of stuff. Yeah.
I like that they're experimenting.
They
messing
don't
around.
particularly do like super highly polished games.
Yeah.
I think they're more highly polished than most like independent games. I think, but they're
Is it like almost a like big, not big budget, but is it almost like a big budget indie studio type thing where they kind of think?
I think they're kind of like a big budget indie studio / publisher. Like that's sort of the way that it seems. Like their games have like one or two kind of interesting things about them, and they just like push for that and then make something else. Like they don't seem to spend too much time like developing games. Almost like what I think like what we're trying to do in a weird way, but not making like 6 at once. They make a lot of it at once. I don't know how they manage all that, but they're like also a publisher as well, I think. So
Yeah.
they publish like other small games, which is cool.
Which
They seem like very savvy business people. That's
Mm-hmm.
something I find really interesting.
I'm excited for Psychonauts 2. That is a great thing that's happening. Have you guys tried the VR stuff? Because apparently the VR thing is
No.
like the stuff they showed at PSX. The VR.
Stuff they showed looked real like, welcome to Space World 2001.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, I guess.
Well, like Space World, it like, because I remember like from what I like saw in VR stuff out, but maybe it was like everything I've seen up to now was just kind of like fake,
Fuck.
and this was like, hey, this is what it really is like, because it's like you're like the super fans, you'll care about this, you don't care about, ooh, look at the pretty glamour. But I just felt like it was like I can throw a Tron disc at my friend, and I was like, that's not.
Oh, I didn't see that. That was hard to watch.
I mean, it wasn't hard because to me it was two people like developers. They weren't stage people, and they were just trying like, so obviously they weren't like, hey, I'm gonna come talk to you, you know, like I do really well and good. They felt like two genuine people who were just kind of like, we're gonna show how this works. But it was still like, look, we can throw a disc, and I'm like, that doesn't, I don't know. I don't like, if I ever had the opportunity to try it, I would, but as someone like, I don't think I would ever buy it. But if I got to try it and I was like, oh fuck, this is it, then maybe. But I feel like as someone who's never tried it and probably never will, I have no interest.
Yeah, from the demos I've seen. Oh, what's it?
I've heard of some cool things that they've done. Like there's like a car, like a robbing a bank one, and like this kitchen or something. Like I don't.
Oh yeah,
know.
I played. The kitchen was terrifying. My brother didn't like it as much. I thought it was fucking scary.
Yeah. It's like you're just tied to a chair and you're looking around, right?
Yeah, but it's like a horror. It's a fucking horror film.
I think you can come up with some like super unique and interesting things, but I just feel like it feels like fucking 1980s. In the future, you'll have virtual reality, and it's like that's what it looks like. Like it doesn't. Not that I expected it to be something big and amazing, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't know the appeal to it, because everyone says it's like you have to try it. You can't explain it, right?
Yeah.
And that's what
which
makes
is
it
the problem.
difficult. Yeah, that's the problem with it.
But I like the golem thing looks pretty cool because it's like a third-person thing, but it's.
Yeah,
But you're controlling it with your actions, and it looks interesting. I like the idea of it.
I thought that was more like it's just walking in like the direction you're looking, and you just have to use your arms to kind of push things.
Yeah. So
Like,
it's
I
like
thought it
you're,
was just
yeah.
it's gonna be constantly moving forward, and you just change direction and arms. But I have no idea what that was.
Yeah, it's the idea the idea of like controlling a golem because with powers and shit like that. It's a good excuse for the fact that you're not moving at all. It's because you're controlling another avatar in some way.
That's neat.
Because there's no way you can move. Like I heard about the demo for that train. There's like a shooting.
train?
Yeah, bullet train. That demo sounds pretty cool.
So I've been really quiet because I don't want to be negative about everything, but but I don't really. My opinion is not a popular one, but I don't really
Believe in VR.
think VR is going to be like the next big thing for games. I think it's going to be the next big thing for other stuff.
That's how I feel about Kinect.
For some reason, I don't really know.
motion.
Well, Kinect is garbage, yeah.
But it's would be I don't know. It would be better used for not video games.
Well, that's why Facebook
Yeah,
bought it, right?
I feel like the,
Did it buy it?
Yeah, Facebook bought it. That was a huge kerfuffle. That was crowdfunded. Then Facebook bought Oculus and stuff, and it's like because they're probably gonna do something else other than just video games. They're probably like, oh, I can do other things with it.
See, I think that's where it will really like take off. I don't know, because
I-
it's really fucking fascinating technology, but I just think like it's the one problem that they haven't solved yet, and it's one problem that they have to solve is the control problem. I don't want to play games where I'm sitting in one spot. I don't care how there's only so many times that you can come up with some gimmick to like get away with that. And the first couple experiences that do that will be interesting, but is that going to sell like the couple of like dozen million units that they're going to need to make it viable? I don't know.
I think it's a thing. It's like when you talk about VR, it sounds gimmicky, and you're not gonna be a doctor be like, I use VR, and people are gonna be like, well, I don't trust that. So I wonder if it's not necessarily like they're testing it out, but they're bringing it for video games, so it's more in like the ether of people, so that when people start using VR for more advanced things, like because they had that Google Glass thing. I don't know how that works, but it's like sort of not necessarily the same, but it's like virtual reality be like.
Let me put it to you this way: think about the video games that like changed the landscape when new technology came out. Like think about like
Mario,
Super Mario 64. Now, why was that game like a huge success?
Because it was fun.
Gameplay.
No, because they nailed the controls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I almost said nail control, but like they used it.
Back in the day, they
No,
The
They were
design. No, the way it was designed.
Every
was-
single 3D game since then.
Yeah, no, it was
the
like,
fundamentals
but
were
like
put down.
that was
So,
the
like-
design. Yeah, the design and controls, I guess. Because if the design wasn't there, the controls would be fine. But if the design isn't there, it's not appealing. Nobody's gonna fucking play it.
But they figured out 3D controls is kind of my point.
Oh.
Like basically, I don't think it'll take off until someone figures out VR controls, like without making it like a gimmick. Because right now, all I see is like, oh, you're in a mech, so you don't really care. Like it's like, no, I want to be like fucking Nathan Drake and not really care.
I don't want to be like
Well,
Nathan
they tried
Drake.
to
Fuck
make
that.
big
Just,
running
it's just,
suit,
it's
didn't
just
they?
but I mean like just as like as an example, right? Like I want to be Marcus Phoenix and not really care, or fucking Halo guy and not really notice. But like they don't have that solved yet, and I think until I think it's really interesting. Obviously, it's going to be super immersive and stuff, but I just worry about like the part where you actually play a game. Like after the novelty of being in VR is gone, people are not gonna, unless there's really compelling shit, people are not gonna sit with a thing on their head in their living room and let their kids die around them, while like they enjoy some like I'm a cool mech guy. Like that's just not gonna happen too many times. That's my just my thought. But I really liked the idea. Like, I wish.
You just don't think it's ready to pop out yet.
I just don't think they solved the control thing yet, because they've definitely solved the visuals and like the frame rate and the refresh rate and all that stuff to make you not like queasy. Like they're getting all that, but I just think their controls are not there yet. From what I.
Well, because how anyone I've seen, it's either you have the glow stick things from the PS3, and those are your arms or your hands or something, and that's it. Or you use a controller and you like press forward on it, but it's like then it's that weird I'm moving but I'm not, like I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean that's what I'm worried about. I hope someone solves it like right away though. Like I hope some game comes out and it's like, ah, we figured it out, and then everybody copies that, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
Like that's my that happens. Why don't you just kill her?
I'm trying to. Shit. Once I get close to her,
Yeah, everyone points at her.
yeah, there's a lot of lasers in my face.
Okay, so maybe go left.
That was
That's
interesting.
fine. Now you're stuck and you gotta go back down again.
Where'd she go?
She's inside somebody.
Yeah, go kill her.
Wait. Oh.
Because you have
Oh,
to,
you can kill her and
kill her
get
and get out.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you killed her.
Yeah. The
Everyone
next
dies.
turn is to move out of the way.
I thought it was
Fuck.
hive mind.
It's doing pretty good. I don't know. I believe in VR.
Yeah, you. I remember when it was first being talked about. You were actually pretty like excited about it.
I funded. What's it? I put in my $10 when Oculus was on Kickstarter. I didn't get my shirt, but whatever. I don't want a shirt. How do we cancel this?
I definitely think it's cool. Like, I think there's shit that you're gonna be able to do that you'll never be able to experience
Oh shit.
Any other way?
any other way. Like, there's definitely gonna be shit that like is just better that way. But I think the hard part is like, first of all, the hard part is the control. But secondly, like convincing people to put this thing on their head was like the second part that
Yeah,
I'm worried
I
about.
think they're gonna have like that whole connecting like you're gonna have random shops that have open areas to test it out.
And everybody's gonna get pick guy, and
Ooh, wait, no, that was there. Crap.
this room seems so fucked.
Well, it's a boss room.
I know.
Fuck.
I love how like complex this all seems. Like, you can throw your sword, but it can bounce and then get stuck somewhere else. Like, it's so cool.
It's pretty neat.
What was that?
I don't even think you should try to kill her yet. I would just, you're trapped. You're dead.
No,
For sure.
I'm good. People are dead. Kill everybody in the room now.
Get to the chopper or whatever.
It's just to get to the motorcycle.
I think I can kill. Nope, I cannot.
I don't think you need to.
I need to find the exit.
How'd you get in here?
Hold on, let me just. Nope, that was a bad. Ah!
Oh no!
Alright, this is the last try.
I believe in you, Glenn.
If I
Why
die
don't you
or
just
not.
kill everybody on the way?
Yeah, I tried to. I didn't. Okay, hold on. Let me just figure out where the exit is. Oh, just this elevator. Alright, this is the last try. Yeah, I'll just take that elevator. Okay, do that. Fall down here. Jump up here. That was not supposed to happen. Hold on. That was an accident. That's one more time. Yeah, I think those are all the topics. Topics have been covered.
I think VR. I think like I don't know if I'm gonna like pick stuff up like right away when it comes out. But if someone's like, "Oh man, like you have to play this," and like everybody's talking about it,
Then you'll pick it up. For sure.
you'll be damn sure I'll probably buy it. but like until then, I'm probably not gonna like, buy it just for the novelty, like because they're gonna be pretty expensive. I think.
Yes. Oh my god.
The dude on the left is still alive.
Left. Yeah, I know.
That was pretty fucking cool. I don't know how you're gonna get out of this, but
Neither do I.
go right, dude. Go right.
Keep going right. I think the exit's that way. Don't listen to me.
God! Oh wait, there's a thing.
The exit's not that way, but
No, the window's there.
There's a
you
window
know
there.
that.
I hope I
is
can
there?
jump out. Whew!
Oh,
Jesus Christ. That's just...
that kind of sucks when you like hit them from.
Do it. Go for it. Fucking Glenn, get
Oh
out.
no! There's these black What's it? The electric thingies on the side, on the that.
Oh,
Go up to the roof.
Oh no, there's a these black. Can't. No.
oh.
Can you grappling hook?
Yes. Fuck. All right.
That was
That's
pretty
the
good
end.
tempo.
Yeah.
That game
I
seems.
thought that would do something.
That game seems really cool.
Yep. This is a pretty cool game. And yeah. That was a lot of fun. Even
really
though
like
died
that-
so many times.
I really like that. It looks like
That bullet.
It looks like Scott Pilgrim meets like
Oh.
Kill Bill, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of Kill Bill.
I don't super see the Scott Pilgrim, but whatever.
It's more like the world. Like
Yeah, fair enough.
I think the entire game is just killing everybody in this photo. Yeah, it's a short game,
Yeah.
pretty fun.
it's more like the
Yeah. I guess that's it. Good talking to you guys. Thank you, Charles.
Good talking to you.
Thank you, Riggs.
You're welcome.
Go over to youtube.com/NorthernPixels.
Yeah, for more of this.
If you want to
And
see
yeah.
more,
Not really any of this.
not this. If you want to see Glenn catch some keys,
I guess. But yeah, for the web series.
and
That
if you
we're
want to
all in.
hear him talk about Snoop Dogg, that's where you go.
Oof, if you want one of the best jokes.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. YouTube.com/NorthernPixels. Bye.
Bye.